Buying or selling real estate can be stressful. After all, it's not any old house we're talking about, it's your home. So when it's time to buy or sell, you want to make sure your search is in capable hands. That's why we turn to Angie Cole and the team at A. Cole Realty. You've seen Angie featured on HGTV's House Hunters. Realtor magazine named her one of the top realtors in the country. And just ask us, the numbers back her up. So listen up as we cover all the ins and outs of buying and selling a home here in the Triangle. It's time for the Savvy Realtor with Angie Cole.
Well, thanks for joining us this week on the Savvy Realtor. Walter Storholt here alongside Angie Cole. She is the owner and broker in charge of A. Cole Realty here in the Triangle, serving you not only in Raleigh, but all across the community. If you want to find out a little bit more about what it takes to buy and sell a home here in the Triangle and the best ways to do that, you are in the right place, and this is the show for you. Angie and her team helped 209 families last year buy or sell a home, and they've already been voted 2018's number one real estate agent in Raleigh by Midtown Magazine this year, and number one in all of Wake County by Indy Weekly. She's also an overall top 15 realtor in the Triangle as well. You can find her on Zillow.com. Look up her agent reviews there. She's got over 170 five-star reviews on the website. Angie, thanks for joining us this week. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful, thanks.
Looking forward to our show today. We've got some great questions from listeners. Interested to get your views on a couple of these things, and so much to get to, we won't waste any time. And as is our new tradition here on the Savvy Realtor, we like to start off each week with a recap of what happened in this past week.
Time to celebrate. It's the A. Cole Realty Rundown.
So, Angie, give us the rundown of all the closings that A. Cole Realty had this past week.
Yeah, our team had a wonderful week, and we were able to help 4 buyers and 1 seller to close on their home. So we had Jacqueline, who purchased a home in Raleigh, first home. Neat story about Jacqueline. So Jacqueline and I were best friends in 6th grade.
Oh, cool.
All of a sudden, I saw the name Jacqueline come across. I won't say last names on here, but the name come across, and I was like, wait a minute. And I asked my buying agent, Amanda, how did you connect with her? And she said that Jacqueline had signed up on our website, and that's how they got connected. But I haven't spoken to Jacqueline in forever, and so it was really neat. She actually attended our client appreciation at the Durham Bulls Park just a few weekends ago. So I was able to rekindle with my best friend from 6th grade.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Congrats, Jacqueline. We then had the Cornegie family who closed on a sale in Raleigh. They actually kind of upsetting the husband. His mom passed away. This was her home. And so they were then left the home and left to take care of the estate. So we connected with them and just kind of ran with it and helped them to get the mom's condo sold, you know, now that she was no longer here with us. We then have David and his wife who purchased a home in Durham. Great thing about this home, so it has a brand new kitchen, and they just got instant equity in this home. The location they purchased in Durham already has appreciated since when they went under contract versus when they close. So congrats to you guys. We also had the buyers, Chris and Stephanie, who purchased in Raleigh, and Quasim, who purchased in Raleigh as well. So we had a lot of Raleigh closings this past week. 4 of the closings were in Raleigh, 1 in Durham. But as always, we service, the Triangle and surrounding areas. So congrats to all of our clients who closed with A. Cole Realty this past week.
Absolutely. So that's 5 closings, and this week's celebratory sound, 5 school bells in honor of school letting out for most kids, I think, across the Triangle right around this time. So 5 school bell rings to celebrate 5 new closings for A. Cole Realty and team. Always fun to hear the stories of people moving on to that new phase of life, moving into new homes, selling their old homes. Always fun hearing those success stories. Thank you for sharing that with us, Angie. If you are in a situation where you're thinking about buying or selling a home and you want to work with a team like A. Cole Realty that is active every single week, closing on homes, solving problems, making sure people kind of achieve those dreams that we all have when it comes time to buy and sell those homes, get in touch with Angie. You can call or text her at 919-538-6477. That's 919-538-6477. All right, Angie, it's time to take some questions from the mailbag. We'll start off with the first one from Carter in Raleigh today. By the way, if you'd like to go online and submit a question to be featured on the show, you can do that at acolerealty.com. Carter says, we'd like to buy a new home, but what we'll use for the down payment is tied up in our current home. How do we buy and sell simultaneously without having to find alternative housing in between the transactions? That'd be really hard to pull off with our family situation.
Carter, I feel like it's a kind of a catch-22, and it's a roadblock that a lot of sellers hit, especially in today's market. Because, of course, you want to make sure that you find the perfect home before you put your home on the market. But on the flip side, you must have your home on the market and pretty much under contract before you make an offer on your next home.
Right.
Especially if, financially you need the funds or the means to pull those out of your current existing home to put into your next home. We really need to get your home on the market, and we need to get it under contract before you can move forward and make an offer on your next home. Not always 100% the case, but in today's market with the low inventory and also depending on your price point and location, that will be a must. Just because a seller, and I would never advise for you, Carter, to accept a home to sell contingency, or even, hey, we want to make an offer on your home, but we don't even have our home on the market yet. Why would you ever accept a contract like that when there's so many other more qualified buyers in the market,
right,
that can move forward on the home now? Because remember, when you do accept a home to sell contingency, you must change the status in the MLS database, and you are taking the home off the market. As a seller, you cannot back out on your current buyer should a better offer come along. So you are just waiting around for the buyer to get their home sold. So, Carter, I, would highly suggest you focus on selling first. So put your home on the market. As soon as you get a serious buyer and your home's under contract, then start actively looking at new homes. It doesn't hurt to start looking a little bit here and there,
sure,
but just don't get your heart set on one, quite yet, because
right,
I would hate if it then goes under contract before your home goes under contract. One way to kind of work this, though, is we can push out the closing date on your sale a little bit.
Okay.
On average,
buy you a little bit more time to...
Exactly. The norm average closing date is about 30 days.
Okay.
Maybe we can negotiate and push it out to 45, 60 days to give you some time to, find a new home. But worst case scenario, go ahead and look into other options. Maybe you have family nearby. You can kind of crash with them for a couple of days, or maybe go into some type of temporary housing. I have one of our clients who actually they're going to close in the next 2 weeks, but they went into a residence inn. Is not ideal,
right,
but, it's worth it to get into, the next home that you're going to love and enjoy. So, Carter, put your home on the market now, get a buyer, go under contract, and then you can start actively looking at new homes. And hopefully you can do that back-to-back closing with closing on the same day.
Yeah, it can be really stressful, though, just knowing that there's this unknown that, okay, we sold the home, but maybe we haven't been able to buy one yet. And so you kind of go from having a home to being homeless, so to speak. It's a tough situation.
It does happen, but we, more than not, we are able to do the back-to-back closings and find another home in enough time so you're not in limbo,
right,
for that long. But Carter, sounds like you are thinking about selling your home. And the great way to get started is by understanding the value of your home, of course. And so if you are thinking about selling and you would like to know what your home is worth, you can text the word listing to the phone number 555-888. So if you have a smartphone, text the word listing in your text box to the phone number 555-888 to get the value of your home. From there, we will send you back a text. Click that link. Make sure you go through all the steps in order to get the value of your home. But click that link and then input your address. And then from there, we will shoot you back the value of your home. So once again, if you're thinking about selling and you want to understand what your home is worth, text the word listing to the phone number 555-888.
We get a lot of texts every week from folks who are interested in finding out the value of their home, and it's a great first step to take if you're thinking about selling in the near future or even down the line a little bit. Go ahead and get some of that initial research done. And you can do that again by texting the word listing, LISTING, to the number 555-888. We'll text you right back after you send us that text, and it'll have a link in it that you click on, put in your home's information, and you'll find out the value of your home. Very easy to do, takes about 30 seconds, and you'll be able to kind of start that home selling process by getting a good estimate on your home's value. Just text the word listing to the number 555-888. Great question, Carter, and that's not the last one of the day. More great questions and topics coming up on today's edition of the Savvy Realtor with Angie Cole. Stay tuned.
It's time for our listing of the week from A. Cole Realty right here on the Savvy Realtor.
Well, this is the part of the show where we feature a great home for sale right here in the Triangle and give you all the details about it. We'll even tell you how you can look at this home right there on your smartphone, view the pictures and more information, all that good stuff. Angie, what's this week's listing?
So this week's listing of the week is located in Raleigh, right next to Old Raleigh Village area, which is a great location. You could take your bike right down to the PNC Arena. It's right there near the Umstead Park.
Oh, okay.
So, the state park, which is huge for walking, running, riding your bikes. We then also has quick access to Highway 40 as well.
Yep.
And the address is 3609 Blueberry Drive in Raleigh, and the zip is 27612. And the subdivision is called Blueberry Drive. How cute is that? So once again, 3609 Blueberry Drive in Raleigh. This particular home sits on almost a quarter of an acre of land. It's 2958 square feet.
Oh, it's very pretty from the outside.
Oh, gorgeous home. It's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. We also have a loft area as well. And this home also has a 2-car garage. When you enter into the home, you have on-site finished hardwood floors throughout the whole main level. There is an eating kitchen with a huge island, 42-inch cabinets, an amazing wine fridge, granite countertops, and a pot filler. We then have our formal dining room. We have built-in bookcases and gas log fireplace in our family room. There's a surround sound system throughout the home. The formal living room has custom molding. We do have a first floor master bedroom with barn doors and a walk-in closet. Our master bathroom has a soaking tub along with a walk-in shower. We have a really cute mudroom area. Our laundry room has additional cabinetry. We then have our second and third bedrooms upstairs with a Jack and Jill bath, an additional fourth bedroom with its own private bath. We then, like I mentioned, we have the loft area. So there are 2 unfinished bonus rooms, so there is that option for future expansion as well. Outside, we have a screen-in porch, a fenced-in backyard, and then a brand new natural gas fire pit with an extended patio. And so this home is listed at $640. Once again, our listing of the week is 3609 Blueberry Drive in Raleigh, right at Old Raleigh Village area. And if you would like to view some pictures and get some more information, you can text the word SAVVY, that is SAVVY, to the phone number 555-888. So once again, if you'd like to see some pictures of our listing of the week at 3609 Blueberry Drive in Raleigh, just text the word SAVVY to the phone number 555-888.
Very immaculate home. That back screened porch, I camp out there all the time. Pretty place, no doubt about it. Really nice fire pit area outdoors as well, and just everything crisp and clean on the inside.
It is. And this home, by the way, was built in 2016, so it's practically, just new in some case. And it's maintained so well. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, very beautiful home. Again, if you'd like to get more information, pictures, and there's a virtual tour of this home as well, just text the word SAVVY, SAVVY, to the number 555-888. This week's listing of the week at 3609 Blueberry Drive in Raleigh. Just text the word SAVVY, SAVVY, to the number 555-888 to view this week's listing of the week. More coming up today on the Savvy Realtor. Stay tuned.
Get answers to your home inspection questions. This is Ask the Inspector with Judson Root of Garnet and Gray Inspection Services.
It's time to Ask the Inspector with Judson Root of Garnet and Gray Inspection Services. And our question of the week is, what should I pay attention to, Judson, when it comes to the furnace and the AC when we go through a home inspection?
Well, the furnace and the air conditioning is one of the more expensive units in the home, and this system is integral to living comfortably. It's important to ask for the records of all the maintenance that has been done on the units to understand how old they are, what type of service has been done, and how well they've been cared for.
Is that something that ends up being negotiable during the process of buying a home when it comes to the furnace and the AC?
Sure. The negotiation process after the home inspection is largely up to the realtor, and the realtor is going to be able to use the information from the inspection and help their buyers make informed decisions.
So after you do an inspection and you're kind of giving your inspection report, is it a kind of scenario where you'll say, yeah, this AC furnace needs repairs, or you'd be better off replacing it completely? How does that conversation play out?
Right. So the advice that I give is specific to the home, and it's up to the realtor, in this case Angie's team, to help the buyers make informed decisions. And my goal is to give them enough information so that they can make informed decisions about the investment that they're going forward with.
Yeah, it's easy to see that the home inspection is one of the most important parts of the home buying process. You want to make sure that it's done right, and so we like to offer you a free guide that answers some of the most commonly asked questions about home inspections, so you can make the right choices as you get ready to buy your next home. If you'd like to get a copy of the guide, just text the word INSPECT to 555-888. We'll text you right back with a link to click on and view the home inspection guide. You can even download it right to your phone. So just text the word INSPECT to the number 555-888. One more time, get your home inspection questions and answer guide by texting INSPECT to 555-888.
This is the show that helps you navigate the ins and outs of buying or selling a home here in the Triangle. It's the Savvy Realtor with Angie Cole and the team at A. Cole Realty.
Savvy Realtor, rolling on. Walter Storholt here alongside Angie Cole. She is the owner and broker in charge of A. Cole Realty, runs a fantastic team here in the Triangle. They're based in Raleigh, but serve all the surrounding areas and communities. If you go out about an hour from Raleigh, anywhere in between that hour out mark and downtown Raleigh, Angie and her team can help you out if you're looking at buying or selling a home here in the area. They've helped 209 families last year buy or sell a home. They're on pace this year to do extremely well again and surpass that number. They were recently voted as the #1 real estate agent in Raleigh by Midtown Magazine and #1 in all of Wake County by Indy Weekly, which is a pretty cool honor as well. If you want to get in touch with Angie Cole and the team, you can call or text at any time, not just during the show, but after the show as well. 919-538-6477 is the number. That's 919-538-6477. Angie, before we wrap up for the week, we've got one more mailbag question here. It comes to us from Bruton in Fuquay. Bruton says, how much effort should we put into the little details of the outdoor areas when getting ready to sell a home? We have a nice space, but there are a lot of things that could need some sprucing up. Is it better to just focus on the interior?
No, Bruton. I strongly feel that the exterior is just as important as the interior. Of course, there's probably a lot more little to-dos on the interior versus the exterior, but remember, for your exterior, that is the first impression that the potential buyer will get when they're approaching your home. You know, so make sure, starting off, like your mailbox, you know, make sure it's clean. Often we can get like mildew on our mailbox, or maybe it needs a fresh coat of paint.
Right.
Maybe the letters have been scraped off.
Make sure it's not leaning over sideways.
Yeah, so put a couple extra dollars into sprucing up your mailbox. You know, definitely have the home power washed. I always say make sure the home has been power washed recently, maybe even your sidewalks or your driveway if they need it, but definitely the exterior needs to be power washed. And then spruce up the yard a little bit as far as plantings go. You know, so maybe you have a pot of flowers, of pansies or something just at the entrance. Add some color, you know, fluff up your flower beds with some pine straw or some mulch. You know,
it's just incredible the long way a little bit of pine straw or mulch can go.
A big way, yeah. And so, you know, we're not asking you to spend, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars on extensive yard work and adding retaining walls and new trees.
Right.
But just add, you know, like I said, a simple potted plant of flowers, spruce up the beds, the flower beds, weed, add some pine straw, some mulch, and just make sure the exterior of the home has been power washed. You don't have spider webs hanging, you know, bees' nest. You know, other little things that are so simple. You know, often I see the stairwell, the front steps leading up into the home.
Yeah.
The paint has scratched off.
Sure.
You know, just normal weathering.
Wear and tear.
Yeah. You know, go ahead and have that painted, a fresh coat of white paint, whatever color, you know, your stairwell would be. But it's important. Also on the back of the home, if you have a deck, you know, maybe it needs to be stained. So
Yep.
power washed and stained. But yeah, the outside of the home is just as important as the inside of the home, because once again, when buyers are viewing homes and they're going from home to home, they are comparing one to another. And, their goal is to eliminate a home. It's not to fall in love with one. So we don't want your home to be the one that they are eliminating.
Yeah, I feel like there's this mentality, too, just based on my home search experience, where the interior of the home, you're looking at elimination. The exterior home, though, it's things like the pine straw or the little improvements where it's almost, rather than eliminating, you're kind of going, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's nice.
You know what? I agree with you on that one. It just more gives it a wow.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think so much that buyers would say, oh gosh, we need to add pine straw to the flower bed. That's one negative about this home.
Right.
But yeah, it's more of the wow
that's
effect.
Pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, when you drive
that's what
up,
leaves them with the good feeling.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
that curb appeal, they call it, Like, oh, this is a beautiful home. I don't think that, in their mind, they're thinking, we're going to have to do this, this, and this to the home on the outside as much as they are on the inside of the home.
Right, yeah. Now, if they need a fenced-in backyard, you don't have a fenced-in backyard, then that might be an eliminating factor.
Right.
But for the most part...
There's no grass growing. Oh, we need to now, saw it or seed. But, for the most part, I feel it's more of the inside of the home where they get to be nitpicky and they start getting a laundry list of items of to-dos to make it like move-in ready, as you call it.
Yeah, I think it's a great point, Angie.
Yeah, and so, Bruton, and I love the name Bruton. How cool of a name, right? Sounds very... muscular. So if you are thinking about selling your home, it sounds like you're in the beginning stages of just trying to get your home, show ready for putting it on the market. It's always great to understand, though, the value of your home and what your home would be worth in today's market. So to receive the value of your home, you can text the word listing to the phone number 555-888. So once again, on your smartphone in the text field, type listing, LISTING, and text that to the phone number 555-888. And make sure whenever you do that, you then respond back to the link. So a link will be sent back to you. Click that link, input your address. Of course, we need your address in order to then send you the value of your home. So once again, if you are thinking about selling your home, maybe in the next year, it's never too soon to start the process. Go ahead and text the word listing to the phone number 555-888 to get the value of your home.
Great way to start that home selling process. Find out the value of your home by texting the word listing, LISTING, to the number 555-888. Angie and her team will hook you up with that information, and you'll be taking some great first steps to selling your home here in the near future. Just find out the estimated value of your home right now by texting the word listing to 555-888. Well, Angie, that'll wrap us up for this week's program. As always, a big thank you for guiding us through, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And stay cool outside.
Yeah.
It is hot.
I was going to say enjoy the warm weather or, just avoid it. Either one.
I mean, I love it, but, man, it's a tough one out there. So stay dehydrated and, be smart.
Did you say stay dehydrated?
No. Stay hydrated. Hydrated. Don't be dehydrated.
We're giving out really bad advice.
Yeah, don't listen to me. Stay cool.
Stay cool and hydrated.
Yes, thank you.
There you go. All right, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions before next week's show, give Angie and her team a call or shoot her a text. Any question that you might have, 919-538-6477. That's 919-538-6477. For Angie, I'm Walter. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you next time on The Savvy Realtor.